My name is Moyse, Director at Natterbox, and I'm here at the Call and Contact Centre Expo. And we've seen presentations and stands really focused on customer experience in the past couple of days. And customer experience is key in today's market as a differentiator. But how do you improve it? And what do you do? What's some key messages you can take? Now, if we look at some of the stats coming out from different surveys, in the past year, 75% of organisations said a key focus is improving customer experience. Now, doing that isn't always easy. Talking the talk is one thing, but walking the walk is another. So firstly, you need to focus from the top. It's great a department wishing to improve customer experience, but you really need C-level sponsorship. Because to achieve this and do it well, we'll need some investment of time, of process, and often money for technologies, products and changes in the business. You also need to look outside in. How do you delight the customer? And what customers are looking for in today's market is accelerated speed to resolution, whether that be a problem, or whether it be I want to just get an answer or deal with you or buy a product or get a service. People are looking for, I want to do it quickly. I don't want prolonged interactions with you, particularly where it's a problem. They're also looking for personalised experience. If you look at websites, we've done this for a while. You get a personalised web experience and you have all these tools and analytics to measure the journey the customer takes. How do I shorten that journey? Now, one of the challenges with customer experience is that involves multiple channels. If you open yourself to social media, to chat, to web forms, to email, to telephony, you need to do it well. So one advisory is for businesses to look at, do you really need to offer all of those? And how many can you excel at? And if it's only one or two, do the one or two well. The other area to consider is what technology will enable you to do this. And that leads often into what data do you hold in your business? And that brings me to the buzzword term of big data. Big data has huge value in customer experience. The more you know about your customer, what their preferences are. For example, do they prefer to engage in French? Do they prefer a certain type of product from you? Once you know that, how do you utilize that to personalize the experience? And that's about picking and using tools in your business that data dip to this rich data you have and change the experience at the customer facing end. The other area that I'd suggest to consider is GDPR. The new General Data Protection Regulation, being enforced in 2018, is going to affect most businesses. And one of the challenges of that is in storing customer data and using it, because you need consent from the citizen. And that's true in B2B and in B2C. So how do you get a citizen to want to tell you more about them and to share that data? So here's a suggestion. How about giving value back to that user, to that customer, rather than taking the value? You having more about them is great for you, but present the value back to them. Let me give you a scenario. A customer calls in, your agent does not recognise the number, so they ask for identification. Once you've identified the customer and that it's John Smith who deals with you already, how about asking, John, I noticed you've called in on this number. Is that one personal to you, may I ask, because it's not one we have on file? John says, yes, it's my work number. John, would you mind if I store that in our system? Would you give me permission? And I'll explain why. Because what our systems are doing now is personalising customer experience and looking to shorten the journey. So when you call us, you'll get through quicker to the right people. But to do that, we need to identify it's you calling in. So if we know it's your number, we can do that. Oh, that's great. Yeah, by all means add me to the system. So if you're giving value and showing the customer how by them allowing you to use more about them, you are enhancing their customer experience, there's a high likelihood that they're going to give you more permission to do so, which continues to enhance your system and help for them.